Very passive from Astralis, though. They've got Mister that can put up some nades towards the top of connector. Everybody else is going to be siphoning off to mid.
Early smoke sent down to some Pius will kick things off. flamie dead towards that mid control. All important with Valde also leaning in towards that ladder room. Was spotted out. Again, information to be gained as Christo now makes his move in. One of the newer guys here for this Astralis side. Glaive, however, picks up a trade back, so a 4-on-4 is gained.
A good pressure being applied out towards ladder, but while that's happening, Dia spots that bomb control, drops it in the open.
Looking for a bit more as well. Glaive backed up with that Glock. He's suppressed back here at jungle as Dia's nowhere to fight. Looks back towards the catwalk and almost gets zywoo, but not quite landing the headshot. So even standing once again, the trades are decent enough for Astralis' camp. And the HP advantage also sits with them.
Now, some Pius has to be quite deep here. Even Snappy to move out from the balcony could start being able to apply a little bit more pace down towards a bomb position.
Mister's caught off Marden, and now the A site is pretty opened up. That bomb was dropped on the short control. Snappy will try to take it back. Does see the player, but unable to get the kill. Some Pius now at 15 HP, but now Snappy's in the open. Spots the player out there, but zywoo still gets the casualty. And now Astralis can plant the bomb. A 1-on-3 situation for some Pius, and Astralis will look to get the start.
Decent patience there coming through from Astralis. ENCE had a lot going for them with that bomb being dropped and the opening kill to come out from mid.
Scout also setting for some Pius to provide some backup. They've got utility being sent down. The HGs, the smoke's inbound. zywoo just tapping his way. Blinded. Marden gets the headshot. It's a 5-on-3. And then to bring this round back slowly. Glaive has something to say about that, though. That's one pick onto Snappy. But some Pius instantly in with a scout. Christo caught off. Dink down, but does get a casualty back. Galil in for Mister. Dealt with by Marden's Deagle. Continuing to strike. 1-on-2. Christo so low. 11 points of HP. Marden picks him up. And they should have time for this defuse here.
Oh, mate. What a round coming through from Marden with the dig out of all weapons.
Не можешь пополнить баланс в Steam и бегаешь шерпом в инвентаре? Заходи на MyFX и забери до $50 в бесплатном кейсе. И до 500% бонуса к депозиту по лимитированному промокоду. Ищи ссылку и промокод в закрепе или описании.
Round Dia gonna get aggressive up to top mid.
Spray down, potentially against 2 or 3 players, in fact. That's Astralis falling apart. Deagle back in for Blame, does get one to return as 2 AKs left in play for Astralis. But a 4-on-2 to deal with.
And what a perfect timing that is from Dia to get aggressive, to put pressure up there towards top mid. And even Valde, with the 2-man advantage, is going for an info play to aggress them to Titan.
And siphon them off, surely. Should hear these footsteps in a moment's time. Indeed it is. Zip does not know how dead he really is. Blame F now, 1-on-4 to try and work into this round. As fantastic as he is, I don't think it's going to happen.
Not at all. This is a tough ask for the big man.
One player swinging in from underpass, that's Marden. So just towards Glaive. Hell of a flick back, he read it coming. He deals with the opening kill.
Even Dia knows that there's an explosion out towards A main. This is very quick indeed, and Valde catches off Christo.
Support has arrived, 5-on-3. Snappy finding Blame F, meanwhile, reducing Astralis to just 2 players. zywoo and Mister alone. Close to each other, but very different positions, and ENCE is closing in the pincers against them. There's no way out from here.
Not at all. Dia even spots a slight little shoulder. Astralis are just hoping for a mistake, hoping for an overextension.
Burst through blind sprays. Eventually zywoo gets caught. Zorta Mister, 1-on-5. Does get 1 exit and a second kill. All right, that's decent. But 2 HP. Backstab closing in. Dia will close it out. Bringing number 4 now for the ENCE side. Yeah, Astralis would really do well with gaining a round out this one, but again, some Pius wins the Orbior battle in mid. M4 sprays a bit awkward for Dia, but it's worse for Mister. The kill goes the way of the CTs, but Blame F is able to respond. Still a 4-on-3 for ENCE here.
And now even Glaive puts a little bit more of that stance in towards the apartments. Player up on the other side, the M4 peeks through. Damage gets done with the dink off, so Glaive's down to 9, but he responds. Snappy to fall.
Trying to see if they can bait a CT forward, but they're not going to give it up here. The backstab also inbound means that the longer they take, the more this is going to go the way of ENCE. zywoo and Blame F with a world of work to do. Sprays through for Marden on the smoke, does capture tag. Not quite the casualty just yet. The Incendiary, however, should force that player away from the van position. He's been spotted as well. Valde can call that information in, but the second T-side player is still an unknown entity. Both back at bench, though. Valde looks in. zywoo gets caught. All their backs are turned. The bomb's not even planted for Blame F right here. He's looking, engaging, and Valde still wins the fight. ENCE on a roll.
Nicely done there. You can see what Astralis are trying to do. Beta set up forward. Hoping to try and get this trade back. Try and drop the player out towards CT spawn, but Glaive deals with Snappy on the short play.
Perfect burst for him. The M4 back for Marden, dishing out significant damage, but still not the kill against Christo. Dia will look to try and strike, but Marden is getting picked up. Now some Pius. His AWP in from short. Catches a crack angle out towards connector, and now Christo's going down. 2-on-2.
Even getting the bomb plant, it's going to have to be out in the open. Try and plant it open for CT. You've already got Zip that's aggressed further forward.
Plant down. Forcing Dia and Pius forward. The M4 AWP combination. Is it worth it to upgrade to an AK for the AWP? Might not need to here. Dia's already looking to strike.
They've got nades. They can put an incendiary out towards default. Try and see if they can force that first individual out.
HG's down as well, but Zipex catches Dia. Mistar burning, dealt with by Pius, and now looking for a rifle. M4 back in his hand. Smoke on the bomb. He knows where Zipex must be. The Molotov comes in, but it's smoked off there. Extinguished. Sprayed through. Zipex can't catch it, and Pius is at least off the bomb, but the M4 looks to swing, and he gets the kill for it. What a hold that was from 2-on-4, and still take control.
Towards connectors, just trying to peer through the smoke.
The M4's in. The AK of Glaive watching, engaging alongside Zipex to catch Pius, but Dia is not dead yet, and he holds the man advantage for ENCE as a result. Back to the apartments, distraction held, and Valde holds his nerve the same, finds 1, 2, not quite the third just yet, but Christo is completely surrounded, reload allowed, and a clutch that should not go his way, as it has not done for Astralis at all today. 10-2 for ENCE. Quite connecting, Martin is on the stairs, and Glaive will try to catch him off guard, but looking in towards jungle, has no idea how close the CTs really were. That's an easy pick to find.
And Martin can even try and work at the gap of the smoke. Another kill gets presented. A little bit of aggression down towards CT, already gets cancelled.
That 4-on-3 scenario. Bomb denied by Dia. Are you expecting any less at this stage? Mistar certainly is. Deagle strikes back, looks for a bit more. Top of the ticker boost, sees where the man is, and brings it into a 2-on-2. Catches Valde next, and should secure the bomb down, but he's still got Pius. His USP leaning in with the AWP pulled out as well. Close quarters against one, and the far range of flamie will keep control for Astralis, break the streak, and bring in 3. Martin's tucked away, M4 in place still. Spray back Zipex, catches the headshot. Pius leaning forward. The perfect responsive against flamie. It's going to get forced out with Glaive's flank coming in against 2 players, strikes against them both, and reduces ENCE to 2, but Valde is still trading edge of the smoke stuff to an even man standing.
Even getting that bomb down now, has to be planted open for connector. Mister might not have that information, and now it's just time stalling.
Flash is going over to buy a bit of breathing room here for Astralis. Bomb has been recovered, will look to go down. You're right about that connector plant. Valde and co should realize what's going on as Snappy picks up Glaive. It's all to Mistar again, a 1-on-2. AK in his hands this time. Spray's awkward. Adjustments there for Valde. And now Snappy's on the back foot, swinging into Mistar. Out in the open, the Dane wins the fight. And Astralis connect 2 in a row.
Mistar was the 3rd lowest rated player in the group stage.
Expecting him to come forward. Christo does catch Martin. That's 1 trade back. Needing a little bit more though. Dia's hunting for the man. He should pick him up.
And flamie trying to see if he can exploit himself in towards window. Dia being forced out the open, does get dropped by Zips, and now there's workability, and now there's a backstab.
And this round is winnable, and they're completely unawares of this position, or are they? Market position checked by Snappy. flamie too focused on the window to check the door. And now they make their way into the A site control where Pius stands alone, but the AWP in his hands sees the first man. That's information called out.
And look at the reposition. Get out towards triple. Give himself a different angle to drop the bomb.
Round should be over from here. Zipex being flanked now in from the short position. 20 seconds to the clock, and there it is. Pius set to close an 11-4 half for ENCE on the CT side of Astralis' map pick.
Out towards the B side it looks to be.
Maybe even be a rush tactic. Nades in, and Zipex has seen what's going on. That'll do some decent damage towards them. 2 players extremely low, but they're bursting their way forward anyway. They're not stopping. flamie with the kill. Snappy with a decent responsive. Glaive struggles a little bit and still looks on with his teammates, provoking the firing squad. A 4-on-2 being found by Astralis next. Valde goosed up and taken down, and Pius will not last long here. Decent flick to flamie. That's as far as it goes.
That's a very strong crossfire coming through from Astralis. You've got both the get right angle and...
Brilliant tester for them. Christo finds Pius. Certainly is proving himself in that regard. Getting himself spooled up with the AWP. He's always lost those AWP battles in the mid-control. The CT side switch has enabled him a decent frag that starts things off for Astralis.
And Martin's waiting for this smoke to start to clear. Try and punish up towards the top of connector. flamie on the other side will just retreat towards the top of stairs.
Okay, prods on, but flamie finds the next kill in the round for Astralis. It's a 5-on-3, looking for a bit more, and flamie is being gifted these 1v1s out connector. 2 left in for ENCE. Very different positions in the map. Valde does get 1 to return. Needs a whole lot more than that. Aware of the near and far players now. But not much more will get given up. Might have to rely on that backup to come in from connector, because someone's got to go back for the bomb, and it won't be Dia here. Strikes against 1, not quite the second.
And now Valde just stuck out in the open. Has to keep fighting towards A to even get back up to that top mid portion. Try and force his first player out in the open towards default, but the counter utility is just so strong. Glaive does drop.
Okay, that's a start. Any more? So evaded the player in from connector. Xyp9x knows that he's here in sandwich and gets the kill for it. Astralis so far so flawless on their own CT side. The angle against his headshot though, knows that he must have regressed forward here towards the ramp entrance, but how are they going to deal with him past this smoke? Sprays blind, eventually Flashbang does come forward, Mr. does get that one kill, but Valde is able to trade it. Low HP for the man though, taps continuously, sees Blamer for the edge of the smoke, but Blamer has the HP advantage, so he picks up that kill. 4 on 3, couple guns picked up by ENCE to try and respond towards them, but Astralis are picking them apart piece by piece. Each individual fight being taken by the CT side, and they're winning them. One back for Marden, but surely should not lead to a clutch.
Not at all. Glaive just going to be able to peek on the contact with his teammate towards CT spawn.
Rotations back, Snappy in particular, going back for that bomb as blamef picks up another good kill onto Dia. Glaive holding it in. The blocks does get adjusted to by Marden, so that's one back.
They get a smoke down, try and lurk around it. Now, even his teammates are a little bit further behind. You do have some Pyre still working the mid-control with the AWP.
Very good name, meanwhile towards Tetris, tagging up Marden at 5 points of HP. Some Pius try and challenge the York battle in the mid-control, but they've left it completely alone here, Astralis.
40 seconds, they've got to start being able to find an idea on where they want to end up. Even Zip might be able to try and fight out towards his window control, try and catch the AWP in the open.
Oh, Xyp9x does get caught in the end, though. Some Pius brings it back to a 3-on-3. Very heavily tagged on the end side, though, so it doesn't make it easy for them. 20 seconds, especially blamef completely whiffs the spray, though. Some Pius comes up good, and suddenly Mistar's flanked. Marden coming in from ramp, and ENCE have broken the streak of Astralis to return the favor. Christo, a 1-on-3 clutch for him, and surely he does not win this. Very few of them have come today, and they won't come in this play.
Where has that come from? Some Pius, hello. There we go. Here to walk out of the gate to catch a timing.
And he gets that shot effectively against Glaive, wasting 0 time. Mistar still lands on the frag back. He's being surrounded by T-side players, though. Smoking to buy a bit of cover. Needs that backup desperately. There is a player in at jungle, and he engages on the Snappy, so Astralis hold the advantage. Valde still hunting for Mistar, unscathed in this particular exchange. And the AWP of Christo playing into the smoke, caught off by Marden and connector. Still a 3-on-3. Astralis are heavily tagged here.
Now, Mister's just got to hope for distraction, try and pull more away, get help from his teammates.
Marden's watching the sights, looking in towards jungle, but Xyp9x still lands the frag. Back to the favor of Astralis will go. Valde swinging out wide to get that kill in, tackling the damage. He's going for that plant down. Flashes in against the man, and Xyp9x has picked up Valde. That's the round done. All up to that HP differential on the flank. You were right about it. He read it like a book. He puts ENCE back in their place for it.
Yeah, Zip's played over 1,000 maps on land, more than any other player in the playoffs.
Wow. Smokes in, blamef ahead of it, and AK gets caught off, but Valde still gets the kill alongside Dia, but blamef and Glaive with a couple of trades of their own right. 3-on-3, and Glaive stands his ground only for a moment. Some Pius with the York pick back to a 2-on-2. The bomb will go down.
Planted open for connector. You've got an aggressive maneuver coming through with a teammate. Some Pius repositioning, and the York comes through on a Christo.
And Xyp9x is left alone now, AK in hand, coming in from the stairs. Trying to hunt for that bomb position. Some Pius is watching it still. The AWP posted, cracked up, and picked up by Xyp9x himself. Smoke goes back down to the bomb and all. Is he going to stick the ninja? It looks like he will do. No kits in play. It's a full 10 seconds. Marden just needs to spray and he'll catch him for it. ENCE keep control by the skin of their teeth.
Oh, some Pius. He's done it again,
Man, and can't get any kills for it. Xyp9x spraying through, desperate to get something, and eventually he does. Alongside Glaive striking on Dia, looks for his second, but runs out of ammo with Snappy and Marden. Chiming back to a 3-on-3. Bomb should get picked up, but will it get planted? The MAC-10 goes close, and Christo goes down. blamef involved to the trades, though. Still trying to keep contention and holds onto the double, in fact. Marden now alone against it, and backed up passive, watching out towards that short position. 60 seconds remaining. He's got time to play with. He's been spammed down and taken out by Mistar to close it with blamef support. Doesn't land the shot. That's all important. Astralis a perfect chance to even up the man standing, and Marden gets a chance to swing back, get that AWP out of play. Xyp9x being tagged, the Molotov's burning in flame, can come up good. Snappy on the side, deals with Glaive in from short, and it's 2 left standing, both coming in from CT, and they make themselves known. Damaged up from Xyp9x, now dead. blamef, all that remains, And it will be ENCE taking map 1. Astralis' own map pick and Mirage. They're one strong suit in the series. Just towards it. Smokes are down very early from that mid control, so they will try and siphon him off. Mistar on the A side being caught off as Valde lurks in mid, catches the rotations. B side can get opened up, but they've still got their heart set on the A side. Mistar and Christo, a couple of decent trades, but Snappy chimes back into a 3-on-2. And zywoo and Mistar are the last two players that remain. Snappy getting caught off guard, drops that bomb in a temple. That's a big kill for the CTs to take. And Astralis are charging forward for even more, but charging forward to their demise. It's Mistar alone now versus 2. Taps up, going to reveal himself. Backstabs are closing in very quickly as well. Not sure when the swing looks out for the headshot and can't quite get it. It's Dia to close with the pistol win.
And what an opening sequence that was from Valde. You can see what ENCE are trying to do there. Trying to get quick.
Glaive getting tagged up, flash is sent, Christo still watching, attention drawn towards the center of the site as Glaive does pick up that first kill. Scout shot landed the tag, not quite the frag just yet. They're both bunched up here with the backstab continuing to come forward from that K position, but Martin's still going down. Glaive holds his own with that 5-7 and just lines them up. Knocks him down for the quadra and an all-important steal for Astralis.
Okay, there we go, the big captain.
In with the flash is sent, Glaive. Galil up, Martin down. 5-on-3 now found. AK's picked up. Flashbang back forward, trying to get involved here towards this cave entrance. Knows that the T-side players are around that corner. Eventually, Sumpires gives it up, looking the wrong way. Glaive holds his own. Comes up with a triple. Bomb dropped and all. This round is over. Dia will try fight back for any damage. But this should be 4-1 for Astralis.
And this is looking tasty from Astralis right now. Good sequence there. And saw what Glaive was able to muster up out to the cave and cheater angle. And Dia just has to keep fighting, even to try and get the bomb control back.
Does at least pick up Glaive, damage compounding, but ultimately will not last much longer against zywoo. Very good round from Glaive, and not the first time he's full multi-frags on that B-side defensive either. He's fighting back from the map position, just in the word go. Glaive swings, and Snappy does get one pick to return, so that's a fight being given up there by Astralis. Advantage for ENCE.
You can see a little bit of movement now coming through from the Astralis side. ENCE are counteracting, trying to retake the mid control. Valde gets dropped. He spots a lot of players in mid.
4-on-4 found. Mistar going to rotate back out of dodge. zywoo inbound, Molotov sent, burning him down, but he does get Martin. Trying to follow suit on Snappy, and that's exactly what he does. ENCE give up the mad advantage, but meanwhile they look to try playing towards that B site. blamef, his M4 locking on towards Dia, not allowing even the plant down, let alone the round itself.
Work out a way and an avenue on how they try and deal with this mid aggression. Now you've got the AWP very deep, and Martin even trying to walk out towards the B doors, gets caught.
zywoo close against Snappy. Caught next himself. Look at how close Mistar is towards Valde. He has absolutely no idea. The AWP pick from Christo does come forward. Valde did catch Mistar in the end. The AWP has found the bomb carrier. Sumpires has other plans, though. We'll try to go back for that AWP. Been a breathing room for the bomb plant here.
And no smoke, though. Have to get it down towards that back right-hand side corner.
One player inbound from CT. Sumpires has grabbed that AWP, but he's marked him. That's a 2-on-2. ENCE are back in this round.
And Sumpires is going to try and take that temple control. They don't know about the backstab.
Oh, blamef. Valde has no idea. He's creeping and sneaking and checking the right position, but blamef has caught him. And now it's all Sumpires who lands the next door prick. Not the next man, though. 20 HP against blamef. The M4 did its damage, but the AWP needs one good bullet, and he knows it. Tap the bomb once. Blame trying to force Sumpires out in the open, but he calls his bluff here. Here's him coming closer, baiting him closer to the temple, but blamef will still win the fight. Bring it back for Astralis. Close, but no cigar for ENCE there, but they got as close as they have done throughout the entire game. Going towards the lane entrance ahead of the Molotovs being posted up. HG's down. blamef finds Dia past the smoke. Kicks things off effective.
And now, friends, the impact needs to start getting landed out to the B side. It just doesn't happen at all. Glaive drops the likes of Snappy. And now the follow-up for ENCE could just come out towards ramp again.
Incendiary's thrown. Valde will try and force forward. Sumpires does get a kill in the end. Was being challenged for a moment, and now Martin leans in with his teammates. Low HP on Glaive. One pick back at the very least. Okay, that's a 3-on-3 situation. Bomb plant can be secure, but look at blamef already in from the backstabs. Are they watching it? No, they're not.
He might even be able to deny the bomb. There should be no chance here at all.
Well, Sumpires goes forward. That's not the bomb carrier, though. The man is on Valde. He does drop in the end. Martin with the M4 picked up, swapping to the AK with 2 more to gain. Jumps past it. Taps the bomb once, forces them out, or trying to force them out towards long control. But they'll call him in. They'll go for the retake if necessary. The AWP has been baited, and Martin has rotation potential here. Sticks on the B side, wins the fight, one-on-one scenario, and now he goes to the A play.
And he's up against the youngster. We saw what Mr. was able to do in some of these clutch situations out on Mirage. 1v1, and he's toying with him. He's slowing it down. He's trying to get Mr. to rotate over towards A.
Mr. called it though. Hold B or retake A, that's his plan. He might just even hold the B site itself. Spray through comes up good. And Astralis maintained control by the skin of their teeth when it got so damn close for Marden and all. He's going to be kicking himself way forward, smokes in. Low HP for Valde, tags up on everybody else. zywoo holding, waiting for his timing, flashes forward, he catches Snappy for damage. 1 point of health for him. Bomb plant will barely come in. And the retake will be on for Astralis.
And for ENCE, they've got to start taking some map control away. They've got to start peering forward. They can't always be defensive in these post plants.
Snappy's in the worst position possible, dead center and with no health. Flash in from flamie now, going to set up the retake for his teammates. Valde firing, panicking, trying to get some kills up, and only does damage to Mistar. Still alive for him. Pius, one decent trade alongside Dia coming back of their own right, and Snappy lines up two alongside Dia. And in the blink of an eye, ENCE have brought this one back to manageable positions. It's Cristo alone versus two. Doesn't see the first man. Looks around to the bomb site. Snappy's low HP, caught on the no-scope. But now they're running for it. Dia knows he's stalled for enough time. And ENCE will finally break the round streak of Astralis. Just came out towards Ramp ahead of the Molotov. And now into the smoke. Is he going to get flashed in? Yes, he will. C1. CPH still wins the fight, still against two players. With Glaive on the center to hold out the sideline. And just like that, it's a 2v5.
It's a gimmicky round coming through from ENCE. It's re-smoked up towards the top of the ramp. They just want to pop flash their way forward.
Wow.
Try and see if they can create a quick entry, find some space down on B, but instead you got players playing anti-flash. You got Zip peeking on the contact towards Long. Astralis making this look like a walk in the park. So different from an entire team to one player on Astralis.
Snappy at least starts things off here against Mr. Tech9's catching them off. Rush Tactics in towards the A site. Glaive catches one on Snappy. The shot from Cristo does miss out. Flashes forward as the teams will make their way in. The bomb should go down. It's a case of the retake again. They got rifles for Astralis.
Yeah, this time around, they've actually got donut control. This is actually looking fairly promising for ENCE. You've got map presence, you've got a 4v4. It now just comes down to how you can bait these jewels out in the open and recover a rifle, if at all.
From this stage, a steal that they kind of need here for ENCE. The bomb plant's going to be great and all for the next round by, but really you want to get 11-4 at this stage to come some sort of basis for the CT side. Flashes in, Tech9's tap. Glaive gets the kill on Samarden. Pius does get overwhelmed a little bit, but Diaz Tech9 holds his own with the taps. One player left here in Cristo. His AWP doesn't know where to focus on. And Diaz got a quadra. That's the steal we're looking for. That's what ENCE needed. He hunts him down. flamie tries to provide some support, but does get tagged up here. Snappy knows the zywoo must be close.
Cristo, AWP comes through. Snappy needs that entry, and he finds it.
That's one back. Cristo's AWP. Oh, quick flick back of the quick scope. Leans in for more, but doesn't land on Marden. Trades are there, bombs on site, and D is going in aggressive. 2-on-2, again, ENCE fighting from the back foot. Now gaining potential, but they lose the bomb carrier. It's all Dia again, flashed in, but still sprays down Mistar, and looks for Glaive next. Nade sent to his position, the AWP watching from the back line. The swing still there, and the perfect burst is in to close the half up. They can do that. Then this will be Glory Astralis, a map 3 overpass call in, pistols in, and Pius' Julies steps up to the marker. That's all important. 3 kills found, dropping the bomb and dropping Danish heads as they roll out a cheater. Dia even finds zywoo. It's pistol ENCE.
Mr. Last one left. And it just shows that chunky HE, that first contact in with the anti-rush nades, how much setup there was for those Julies. ENCE giving themselves a huge lifeline to get Stardew on the right foot. And you couldn't have asked for a more positive round to start.
Absolutely massive stuff from Pius coming in. Knowing that Dia was the guy that was leading the charge, he had 17 kills in that first half. Pius steps up massively with the Julies, and from there, it all falls apart for Astralis. Mistar's trying to hunt back for something. He's gained a couple of picks here when the Molotov involved. Julie's back in, Valde gives it up, and Snappy puts him back. That got a little bit hairy towards the end, though, Dweg.
It did. There was a little bit of hungriness. Oh, chunky HE to start off, and now they're just going to have to commit.
Not quite as fantastic a sequence as he did on the anti-eco. Now Valde's going to get his weapon out. He's still holding his knife. Smokes in against Pius, who now takes the brunt of the aggression. Straight forward to the smoke. You've also got Marden coming in. Pius does get one before the trade, and Marden makes it a 3-on-3.
Put that smoke down, give himself some coverage. Mr. aggressive towards Temple.
He's known here with that Molotov being posted up, though. Marden up. Still hunting for the backline player. The flashes are in to catch them blinded, and a backstab also inbound from the mid control. Keep your eyes on that mini-map, because there's a player inbound, and Valde's going to deal with him. The SMG does a ton of damage, and now focusing up on the retake. Smoke down onto the bomb's position. zywoo catching off nothing towards the outside. Eventually does get snappy as Martin and blamef fall back. It's all on Valde, who gets picked up by Astralis. The Danes hold their first of the half as they gain 12-7.
What a ripper.
Pisti rammuskelee vielä. Ja saako se vielä? Kyllä se saa nyt enemmänkin pitämään. On B-saitin kiirissä, kun kaikki on Valdesta kiinni täällä alla. Saa sen yhden vaan. Ja matka maalle on varmistettu.
Flames on tullut niin nopeasti myöskin temppeliin. Tätä ei kyllä välttämättä kuutu, kun Gleivi voittaa vielä myöskin snapilta. Saattaa pelaa tasalukemia. Tää Flames-flänkki tulee olemaan hurja, kun piakkoin pääsee ampuu selkää kahta. Sunfei ja dyha jäänyt paikka, mutta siis Maden pelastaa vielä lopulta dyha voittaa Gleivin. Ja tuon flankin piti voittaa kierros Astralikselle, mutta ei
Pelastus pääsee tonne laatikon taakse hetkellisesti. Nytkö se poraa viimeistelemään liekkikompon kanssa? Joo, tosi hyvin pelataan snappi ulos nurkasta.
Etenkin vielä toi pora, mikä viimeistelee, että hän ei voi juosta liekestä karkuun. Ja kun siellä tulee Gleivi ampumaan myöskin vielä kylkeen, hän on päässyt puskemaan takkahuoneeseen. Se on snapina ole kattella, mutta kun tullaan luovuttamaan, nyt päästään pitkälle. Ja pommi kiinni. Valde voittaa misterin vielä, mutta pommi kuitenkin tikittää 40 sekkaa aikaa sen purkamiseen. Ja kun nämä aseet on nyt arvokkaat ENCElle, tullaan snapilta kyselemään, lähdetäänkö säästään, näyttää siltä, ei oo jälleen pommi tikittää, kysyy, että voiko tätä lähteä riiteikkaamaan, pitääkö lähteä riiteikkaamaan. Dyha voittaa juuri vertaisesti kumminkin blamef. 3 kuulaa lippaa, pari alkaa lataamaan.
Valde tiputtaa Kristoon. Nyt on tästä Donitsi flankista kiinni. zywoo pääsee sieltä kohta väijyttämään. Valde voittaa jo yhden. Meneekö katseet tänne Donitsiin missään vaiheessa? No lopulta sen Valde closeaa. zywoo saa tuplain, mutta ei sen enempää.
Hän ainakin pois noin olla vahva, mutta nyt ei tullut niinkään käymään.
Poltoista läpi! Ei voi tehdä noin!
Nyt mennään kyllä jo sakkorajan puolelle, jos boksikoja halutaan mennä vielä savuista, kun se savutaan mennä vähän mönkään. Se ei täysin sammuta liekkejä ja se tekee vainkoa misteri, että kaataa Gleivin. Yllättävä.
Oli. Siinä oli jo ekatkin käsikranit vahvoja. Snappi hakee sieltä yhden ja Sunpejas pääsee hienosti auttamaan vielä midin kautta noussut boksikujalle. Ja ensin näyttää, että kyllä nekin voi tehdä tuosta boksikujasta todella vaikean alueen. Mäffää, joka vielä vähän katteli muualle. Nyt kuitenkin suuntaa katseensa aivan oikeaan suuntaan nollaa. Sunpejasin yhä pääsee treidaan, mutta samaan aikaan on A-saitti avattu. Ja siinäkö se on 15 kierros, kun Savu saadaan vielä blokkaamaan pommi plänttiin. zywoo laittaa sen maahan.
Snappi on niin kaukana vielä boksikujalla ja Sunpe sitten tulee Ofangille kulmaan tää valo. On kyllä hyvä, mutta niin myöskin toi avaus. Tappo, treidi. Odottaa aikaansa, kun Sunpe teikittelee vielä kyynär päällä, löytää pommin. zywoo tulee selkään boksikujalta, Valde kuitenkin helppo voittaa misteria, kun keskityt käännyt myöskin vielä boksikujalle. Pommi on täysin ENCE hallinnassa.
Näin se on. Sieltä puskee dyhakin syvemmälle alta. Pommi on hallussa. Gleivi nousee lähemmäksi. Voittaa vielä yhden. Siinä olisi haettava siellä Madenkin. Ja Maden haastaa. Ottaa ohjakset omiin käsinsä. Zywooilta tägäilyy. Haluuko enää yhä ollenkaan haastaa 40 sekuntia. Toi pommikontrolli on vieläkin hyvä. Toi pommi on jäänyt todellakin kauaksi. Kun snappi voittaa boksikujalla Gleivin.
Samalla kun tehdään boosti vielä kyynär päähän, pitää Maden huolta, että blamef ei pääse enempää yllättämään. hobbit se maksaa paljon, mutta siitä on kylläkin varaa tarjota. 3-5. ENCEllä 2 pelaa ylivoima.
Snappi ja Maden vahvasti täkähtyinä. Nyt on enemmänkin junior-linja plus tää 30 pommin. zywoo 32, jos tarkkoja ollaan.
Ollamme.
Toisaalta Kristolla on ollut vähän vaikeampaa. 7 tappoa vasta löytynyt, kun kohta on pelattu 30 kierrosta. Valde heittää vielä poltot läpi. Donitsista pusketaan päälle. Maden, no hän on vielä hyvässä hapeessa. Siis hän on heikossa hapeessa, 15 HP ja mister saa sen tapon pikaisesti. Hakee vielä dyha, mutta dyha päihittää. Ei saa jatkettua spraytänsä, koska dyha jää zywooille kiinni. Ja se on sitten riitekistä vaan vajaa.
Nopeasti kiinni. Tutnitsiin tulee Valde, nappaa Kristo, haastaa vielä zywooiin puolet. HP:sta lähtee kuitenkin pois, vielä vaihtelee kulmaa vasemmalta. Oikealta zywoo ei pysy taadissa mukana. Ja piiri pieni pyörii, kun Valde
evades the ire of the T-side kill though. Smokes against his position, he's back up to get hit pretty quickly. Martin gets that one frag at least, but Dia falls in turn. 3-on-3, HG's at the ready. The bomb plant to come down towards the back of the boxes though, not actually towards the open corner instead. blamef tagged heavily and up close and personal.
And Zim's got aggressive out there towards the temple control. He might think about a backstab.
It's do or die, but some Pius wants to do. Does zywoo in? Mistar and blamef now low HP, 21 and 16. ENCE making their way in close. One player seen, blamef adjusts towards it. 2v2 situation, trying to hold on, play around the boxes and play around the smoke. They knows he must be there. Blind kill through the smoke. Martin comes up, and now it's all to the young blood here of Astralis, leaning around the big box, and Martin has no idea. Try to tap that bomb. Mistar leans forward and sprays him down for 16-14. The map win on Astralis. BT50 in, caught off, taps through, trying to look for the man around the corner, and Christo does end up with the frag back, and ENCE don't know where they're going to go with this one. In towards short, in towards mid. They do finally commit towards the B side, but in for Monster, 20 seconds to go.
Massive amounts of hesitation, and now this gives so much more leverage in the round for Astralis.
Mistar plays Overwatch, back up there, and Christo down into the bomb site, but Sunpies picks one out of the air. Christo gets one to return, and still on the back of the site here at Water, 2 kills to his name. Triple up found, bomb's been dropped, needs to go down right here. blamef could win the whole thing. Julie swing, and Snappy will fall for it. Pistol gain by Astralis.
Surely the pressure not getting to ENCE there. I don't know what to come up with that one, Jay.
Another one also out towards that short sandbags, undetected as of right now for the T-side line. Glaive, undetected. They saw him right past him. He even gets a dink down onto Volney and all. Low HP, now allowing Mistar a chance to strike. The HEs from blamef catching Volney next. So it's a 3-on-3. Astralis still holding onto the site, and the SMG is dealt with by Sunpies.
Oh, blamef could deny the bomb once again. They actually get off it before he takes the fight.
No time left. They're going to stick it this time. D is covering it off from ramp. Here's the footsteps. Engagement goes well, but Christo with a trade back and is aware of the last man. Dives into the site, but doesn't get the kill. Sunpies has the better weapon, and ENCE have their start.
Whoa, take a breather.
To return for ENCE. Flash is sent over for them. Molotovs goes down. Christo burst up, spray back on Snappy. Valde with a trade back and responsive. A 4-on-3 now for Astralis. They force ENCE to back away, as the bomb carrier does. They force forward from D, and Martin traded back by Mistar's Deagle, and Valde's in a 1-on-3.
Another one of those rounds, Jay, where it feels like there's a little bit more misdirection. You've got the bombs starting to tail behind outside of Banana, but yet people are still fighting out to the bathroom.
Position. Players that might get found here. The boost up in particular, detected spray up against the first man. Doesn't quite get the second. Valde reduced to 1 point of health, has to escape.
It gets out of trouble. Now that boost was to actually look out towards Monster, and now even the spots come through from DR.
Decent nade back, returning fire. Glaive down to 14 himself, and Sunpies' orb finds Christo elsewhere. Back's a turn. The spray's not quite lining up though. The player out towards ramp, dealt with in the end. zywoo now holding his own on his own, dealt with by Sunpies, and that will be the take that ENCE required. Get their second on the board and show the confidence that they were looking for.
And Sunpies in with a double, would love to make it 3.
zywoo will rotate back into the site itself. Snappy, meanwhile, up in the mid-control. Drops that bomb to Christo, who doubles up with the AWP. May even be on for a 3K as well. There's 2 more players playing in from mid and bathrooms, and there's 18 seconds on the clock here for ENCE to try and strike. Christo falls forward, and Valde falls down. Bomb dropped. Sunpies is out of the round. Astralis takes 6.
Christo is putting on a show right now with this.
Top of the board as well. Fast plays in for ENCE. Meanwhile, they try and take that ball back over. Sprays through on zywoo, only doing damage towards several players. Martin's the man with the Mac-10, and he gets the kill for it. Mistar, Molotov's behind the smokes, and he does get detected by blamef with 2 kills. Comes up good with that M4, 4-on-3, and Dia just can't find the man behind the smoke. He knows that he's there somewhere, and Glaive was allowed to strike as a result of it. 2 left in play. ENCE rush tactics not working out towards the B side. The bomb's been dropped, and once again, Sunpies has to save.
You could just feel how much attention came through on getting players into B quickly. You had blamef rotating out towards that graffiti entrance. Even the likes of Glaive coming up from heaven, just assisting so far forward.
Haven't even been found yet. blamef turn away from the flash. Kill on Snappy. Easy pickings.
Even Dia gonna get caught in the process. Crossfire just gets established towards top of connector, and Dia looks at that angle knowing that he lost his teammate and go, right, I'm here for the refrag. But instead, Glaive's there to back up blamef.
2 and 10 for Dia as well. Like the worst map to switch off here for ENCE, considering that now we've got blamef going, and he's got backup, and Astralis are looking like a cohesive unit. But Orb Sunpies also not able to strike back and return the favor himself. Flashes forward, Martin drops. 1-on-5 for the Orpa of the T side. And none of them are at the moment. The AK in for Mistar, however, does get caught off by one of the players in question. Martin with a Tech 9 pick, and Dia swings round the corner. That's a bit more like it, ENCE.
They found a massive amount of space and weapons to get recovered now. Now, Zip's on the other side, peering down into Monster. He's looking to find a return.
AK standing, spray down. Sunpies will fall, but Valde takes a tray back for it. Glaive Back at a sight, incendiary in hand. M4 dived up, flashes sent over, and his head is tucked away from the headshot position. They don't check Toxic, and he gets 2 kills for it, reducing it to a 2v2, but Dia still holds the responsives, and Christo not quite as good with his flicks. Finally, streak broken, 3rd round for Arena is behind them. And flamie is in front of the T side. Damage done, cheetah returns. Snappy's gonna fall. Sunpie did catch that first frag, and flamie stands to fight. Still win against Martin. Next, he's not even done. Backside, ZipX now has rotations in. Mistar catches the kill anyway. Orp shot for Sun does connect, but out towards mid. Glaive can strike. And they're just, Dia smokes are in perfect timing. They got a force forward of it. Kills found from Mistar and Glaive pretty easy as a result. And then it's catching no luck here. Volde to get out of the way. We find 11 for Astralis. In by a teammate needs to win the fight, so the counter flash come back with the kill for flamie. 2 left standing for ENCE, 1 left standing for ENCE, and none. And the near flawless round comes in for Astralis to go out. Martin needs to get a kill here, taps up, not quite landing towards him. Christo draws first blood. Snappy back up towards water, overwhelmed by that Glock the same. 5 on 3, Astralis have control of the site, but Sunpius picks the bomb carrier out from the middle of the air. Mistar to fall.
And there's a boost up towards heaven. flamie in a great angle.
Oh, but he misses every single bullet. It's forced to go back down. The height advantage has been lost here. Dia leaning forward. The bomb does go down, but he gets his pick back in. 3-on-3 situation. They're struggling to burst back into the site. Default is a known entity, but there's 2 players still downstairs. Volde tapping. flamie with a decent kill. Volde trades it. Dia back to a 1-on-1. It's his moment to shine. Being quiet all maps so far, despite having a great set of first 2. Sees that last man. Taps the bomb. Trying to force ZipX out here. He's not making his move. Oh, that's a perfect tap. And a perfect 3K to get ENCE back into this game.
Oh, the Polish man.
Sunpie still watching long. Flick adjustments not quite there. He backs off again. Still jump face. They catch the info, but ZipX picks him out of the middle air again.
Now there's workability. You've got plenty of time. flamie already aggressive up towards the right-hand side of the headshots. They're just trying to get this from Mars to reposition off of the bomb site.
Meanwhile, the Orc leans forward for Mistar. Picked up. Putting forward and getting Volde for it. 2 left standing. Martin tries to stand his ground. Back at Dumpster, picks up the first, but not the second. And it's all on Snappy now to clutch it.
He's got to go for this. There's no other option. You're forced in double eco, and he's going to rotate up from top con.
Loads of rifles littered in that mid position. He's making no qualms about his position as well. Tons of noise being generated as he just charges straight in. No kits in play, no time to work with. Flashbang out towards bank, bomb been seen. Smoke will go down, but Mistar picks his chance.
He had to set up a crossfire. Martin to peek through with the armor. First contact works out well, but only 1.
USP up against the next. Mistar holds him down. CT next up the face, backed up. Does force forward on Martin. The Deagle does strike to get a trade to a 3-on-3 situation. They need so much more than that, though.
The Snappy's just got to try and waste time. Allow those rotators to come in from short water.
Spots heads. USP is not connecting the shots, though. Low firepower potential in that one. Does tag ZipX down pretty low, so setting up his teammates, but 2-on-3 still. Martin does drop the bomb carrier, charges right back out of that short position, and Volde starts sneaking in the back lines. The bomb's been dropped, and Glaive has no idea. Martin continuing to play distraction. Deagle fires, doesn't connect the kill, but does do so in the end. ZipX is alone, backed up towards water, and Volde desperate to hold on to this clutch to deny this map and match point for Astralis, but ZipX has his number and he dials it in 1-on-1.
The bomb's still out in the open, has to reaggress towards the short sandbags. And now it's a patience game. Who's going to be the one to give up the ghost, to give up the mistake?
Martin being quiet about this. Will check the bomb, look for ZipX, get the kill, and just hold it.
Being able to provide quite a bit towards the top of party. Dia out into the open, catches the timing, but drops Glaive in the process.
And has to escape as well. Now doesn't know how many players are around there. Astralis perfectly poised for the trades. Dia is high HP, so the fact he escapes now holds the line here for ENCE. And waits behind that smoke for flamie to make a mistake.
Oh, jump face doesn't even come through. Instead, it's the enemy P connecting, and Dia's going to get re-aggressive.
Christo drops the bomb with a shadow advantage. And ENCE are starting to claw back some potential. The confidence has returned as Dia follows suit on Mistar, and ZipX doesn't stand a chance against Martin. The dice, he's forced back passive in towards bank as they make their way in. Shot does not connect, but Dia has his back, only for a single pick though.
Now, backstab's coming through quickly from top con. This could deny the bomb from going down.
Coming in just in time, Snappy taps his way forward and just secures it with some Pius getting blame F. Now Mistar is alone versus 4. Picks up the first and no more than that. So further bomb plants denied here. Should be with all 5 players stacked up on short. Martin has no information towards this. Well, Snappy with utility in hand, so it's a case of seeing those flashes coming in, dive out of the way. Smoke's in the way, of course, provide a bit of support, and Martin escapes in amongst it. Mistar with a kill, foul, doubles up with a deagle, flanks in, Valde, AK tapping desperately, trying to hold on to some sort of trade back with these rifles, but they just swarm the site, they explosive, as you mentioned, and ENCE may be in trouble here.
Oh, we've seen this before. Mistar did it out on Mirage, and now Dia's out in the open. Glaive gets another.
Easy pickings for Astralis now, with some Pius falling. Valde is left to hold on to his AK. A 1-on-5 with the pistol rush. A quick play into the B site. Wasn't out of spawn. Still, he tries to hide and fight on from Graffiti, ultimately to his demise. He's got to save. Still going to bait these guys in, try and make sure they don't get any rifles out of this position. But no time left for the defuse at this stage. Or at least face on blame.
This is a lot quicker.
Oh, Snappy Port putting utility down towards that monster position. He spray through and get only 1 kill for it. Valde back on site, gets 1, transfer the second. Oh, he gets the triple as well. The 5-7's in his hand with backup right behind him. Blame F, 1-on-3, and Valde looks in with some Pius. We're not done yet, boys. His teammates in from Monstar. You've got Martin caught off blinded. Spray back from Snappy, gets 2-1 while completely blinded. And still they try and force forward on the short position. The smoke comes down. Glaive out on the site. Spray through so awkward. And Valde punishes him for it. 2 less standing for Astralis. As Christo gets tagged up. Smoke's in ahead of him. And ENCE hold the line.
And Valde, the supportive piece there, realizes that Snappy's out in the open, in some trouble towards Monster. I'm going to help you out. Start putting some nades down towards that short control. Force that fight out in the open. And now the 2 youngsters, Christo and Mistar. 2v4.
Walking their way forward. Bathrooms in mid, Mistar in particular. Set for first contact, AWP with a glass to see some contact of his own right. Is baited out by that position though. Sees both of them, refaces, tags up Christo, Dia finishes him off. And Mistar's alone. Smokes down, bomb in the open, backstabs inbound. CG just gonna wait for this one, not give up the fight. He does isolate 1 pick, but no more than that. Engaging, doing damage to Glaive. Valde's picked up by Blame F. Dia lines up 2 though. Drops the bomb. Is he aware of the next man? He's gonna get forced to reload. He must be aware that he's close. Picks up, aggresses, and can't afford to go any further.
He's got to try and see if he can hide. Some Pius has to give him support. There's a player down there to the right-hand side of Mistar.
Dia is picked up, the AWP focusing and lands his shots. All important. Zypex, meanwhile, prodding out towards the B site, seen by the player in heaven. He's forced to retreat.
And now they're just starting to scramble them. Mountain's out here towards bomb, could deny the bomb, drop it out in the open.
Blame F tagged so low, he's nearly dead. Zypex still striking out towards the site, that nade, and Blame gets away from it.
And now it's a regroup. Now it comes back to the scramble. Get back out to the B side. Snappy is here to slow it down. He's got a smoke too.
He's going to aggress. Oh, this is risky. He sees the man! He catches Zypex! And now it's Blame. 2 kills to his name in this round. 32 here on Overpass. Switched on. But even this is tough. He's slow, considerate, careful, and Snappy, solid, sound, spotted, and seizes the victory. That short control, Snappy holding passive, and Martin gets picked up first. That's Glaive with the engagement. They need back up towards the B site now. Snappy holds for as much as he can, sees that second player, and tags up. Mistar does not take him down. Some Pius for the AWP pick, drops the bomb center of the site. D is caught ahead of that smoke down to heaven, so it's a 3-on-2 for Astralis.
And some Pius might not know about the aggressive maneuver coming through from Graffiti. Zib's gonna still try and get the bomb down.
Molotov's in the way though. That player is low. Open plant. Mistar is going to wait for them. I think some Pius is aware of this though. USP pulled out, taps forward, backs turn. He has absolutely no idea, and Mistar can punish. Valde alone and can get nothing.
They're creeping forward towards top of connector and into bathrooms.
Smokes are in the way. T's a walk in, some Pius picks one up though. And D is ready. Some Pius gets another pick, in fact. The M4 finds Mistar. And ENCE back in it. Glaive on site, can't get Valde. And zipX can't get anything. 16 all. Very even kill spread across ENCE throughout the course of the entire map, but they're going to charge forward. Look at this for Martin and Valde! They've ripped them apart! Didn't even wait this time. Astralis will lose the half, only by a single round, sure, but ENCE feeling the confidence brimming as they take number 17 to close out their CT side. And here they come, Flash Perfect, seeing the man. Christo does not take a shot back, and Sun Pius sees him walking into his crosshair. Got Valde on the site, finding Glaive next. And Astralis reduced to 2 on the retake. One, they're going to try their hand out to Mistar's position, but Valde's not falling. Low HP, he's taking point. And zipX being hunted down by the man does get that trade, but surely there's nothing left for him.
Nothing's presenting itself. No one's over peaking. Everyone's holding on the crossfire. Adia catches him.
Pius does not connect his shot, getting caught off. They're rushing right through into the hands of the M4, thinking it might get rushed down. Snappy's AK comes up good though. 2 on 2, they're running into the A sites.
And they can't beat the rotations. This could be very fast up from Glaive. He can fight from Dumpstar.
HE's in, M4 engaging, smokes in the way, and Snappy falls for it. Sun Pius takes damage. His AWP versus 2. Unawares of where the second CT is coming in from, he slows things down, goes quiet. Back might be turned though. He checks it ahead too late. zipX closes out. Moving in slowly, sees one, sprays down Valde. Trays need to be found by Dia real quick. He lets him slip out of his fingertips, but still could get 2 out of it. Kills found on Christo's AWP pick. Sprays blinded. Dia strikes on 1. Needs to get that second. Molotov burns Glaive, and Dia picks him up. 3 on 3. It's a standoff now. Astralis all in the back of the site. Molotov sent as Mistar holes in the smoke.
And this bomb's still tailing behind. They've got to start pressing forward. They've got to stop the CTs from relocating up.
Flashes forward, boost in. zipX tries to catch off. Martin stays alive. Bomb will go down.
Get it down this time around. AWP posted towards bank.
Watching and waiting as ENCE hold their nerve, hold their position. The shots ringing in from Christo. Dia looking for wall bangs, does give up his life towards Christo. Martin, however, steps up now. 2 on 2, tagged up heavy. Needs a headshot, needs the AWPer, needs support, needs a miracle at this stage. They lean in, zipX and Mistar catch those casualties. And we will play on Astralis. And zipX up close, swings and gets his kill. Back doubles up, capturing the bomb carrier and all. We'll see it to his name, but Snappy can return flyer. Glaive is down, blamef is not though. He engages one, but Sun Pius turns around with the AWP. zipX is low, Christo is high, bomb still in CT control. Christo, no utility against them. They got flashbangs, but Dia still drops it. 10 seconds, Sun Pius with a lot of work to do. Headshot gain, last man, inbound now. And Sun Pius will get that bomb down as zipX creeps closer, backs are turned. He looks in towards the other side. Oh, he spots him, but doesn't connect the shot. Middle smokes ahead. Martin's going to get ahead of it though. 2 players to find. Flashbang in. Spray up the first, and the second goes falling. Massive sequence. He's got to go in for a bit more. And Glaive has his number. 3 on 3. Still watching to the back site, and he gets Valde next. Flashes forward. The bomb is on the site though.
Now it's just about wasting time. Trying to see if you can get Snappy off of the bomb. Still a player out there at Grill. Dia's got to back him up.
Snappy's low. Dia barely alive against blamef. He gets Christo as well on Snappy's part. Claiming a 1 on 2. Sees where Snappy is. Gets the pick back, and Dia needs the perfect headshot. Glaive making noise, trying to pull misdirection. But Dia playing against that, gonna wait for the bomb to get tapped, wait for the guaranteed info. Here's the footsteps, looks for the headshot, but Glaive picks it up instead. Astralis. Martin has at least taken his pace straight forward into the long control, and the CTs are considerate of this. You've got a rotation in, but backs are still turned. Martin sees ahead, and Christo has fallen. The bomb will go down here, and Dia is one of 2 players that can cut rotations.
And what a pace changer. Martin taking so much control away, aggressing forward to Dumpster, and he leakles up.
Dia also finds one to blamef. Mistar with 1 decent trade, but it's 2 players left on the retake, and Mistar's falling to Sun Pius. zipX alone. ENCE needed something unorthodox to get them past it. And this looks to be their T-side rounds. zipX tries hand at the clutch, but falls at the first hurdle. Number 19 for ENCE. No for now known to be aggressive with a second player also out towards it. Flashbangs incendiaries, and the kill comes forward for Martin.
And his bomb's still far behind. Snappy caught out in the open with a reload. 1-for-1 trade.
Now they know Martin backing up out towards this monster position, getting back towards the B side, thinking it might be a short play. They clear out Monster just in case, and a re-smoke comes in towards short, but not to Monster itself. Christo will lead the charge, and Martin hears these footsteps, needs to engage one. The spray is so awkward, and Christo connects it. Valde responds. 2-on-2, needs another, but doesn't quite get the triple. Pious' orb now locks out the cross, and flamie doesn't know where he's at.
He slows it right down. Patience in the 1v1, waiting for that mistake, waiting for the reposition. Pious isn't giving it up, though.
It's gone passive, though. flamie, considering the force forward, the smoke comes down, will reveal his position, so Pious might re-aggress here. Wait for a chance. Wait for a shot and connects it! D has seen nothing, might run right towards the T-side player. Mistyle's ready for that, gets his kill.
Gets caught sleeping. Mr. the youngster towards deep and connector finds so much, and now Pious is up on the off angle.
Molotov set, and Snappy loses his fight towards zywoo. Suddenly B is looking pretty open, but Valde strikes back with a decent trade, goes back to that AK. Quick rotations inbound, zywoo now making his way in from Monster. Valde is low, but Martin holds the backside, turns away from the flashbangs, and the smokes come in the same.
Oh, it's very fakey, and Valde now cuts the rotate. They have to end up B here. They can't go back to A.
Once they win that fight, Glaive with the backstab also wrapping all the way towards the A play. They're thinking there might be something else going on here. Pious is looking to that position, but no, he goes towards the B site.
And this backstab could be everything, but at the same time, they need the entries. They've got to crack the site open.
Oh, Glaive. Glaive has everything in his hands. He's making noise. He's giving the info. The M4 adjusts towards it. Martin watching for the headshot. 10 seconds left. Bomb's got to go down. Glaive shots connecting, and they make their way to the site. Bomb plant, not denied by Pious.
Valde gets up close towards the smoke. A lot of damage is being done.
He's low HP though, needs that AWP, desperately so. Smokes in his way, Pious repositioning. Valde does find an angle, gets one, but only one. It's Pious alone now to do it all, to clutch out this match point again for ENCE. Leans up, looks around, makes noisy, drops off towards Cubby. They know it now. Scope in. The time is ticking away. He's got the kit, but he hasn't got the breathing room. He leans around the corner, and the AK plays Ring of Roses with the information spot, and Pious falls for it.
Be to defend Valde and Snappy.
Nice HE on Mistar, tag up damage done. Glaive still prodding forward, and zywoo catches Valde with a wall bang. Suddenly, Snappy is all alone here. Needs backup, because that bomb's in Monster.
He's got to get a multi-frag and drop this bomb. He is by himself out towards the right-hand side. This is looking so positive from Astralis.
Pious watching, looking towards mid, seeing nothing at all. And finally, Dia rotates in with support. 2 M4s on the B site. It's up to Astralis to make their move.
And Dia's got to drop down, set up this crossfire. It's all about a contact. It's all about the first initial duel.
Watching short on the boost. Ready and waiting, Snappy picks up one, leans in aggressive but loses life towards Christo. And now the AWP for Pious, can't connect his shots. Snappy falls, and just about on Dia in a 1-on-3. Needs some absolute heroics here to keep ENCE involved in the Elisa Masters. He gets zywoo, that's one. Leans in and he can't do it. Christo locks it down, and Astralis will send Finland's hometown heroes back out of the quarterfinals as they make their way into the top 4.